Sit down a while, son. There's something I wish someone had told me when I was your age. Something that would have saved me years of wandering. How do you find purpose when the world feels empty? When you wake up each morning and wonder what the point of it all is? I've watched young people, smart, capable ones like yourself, drift through their days like ships without anchors, searching for something they can't even name. You know what I've learned in my 73 years? Purpose isn't something you stumble upon like a $20 bill on the sidewalk. It's not waiting for you at the end of some grand quest. And it certainly isn't handed to you by a guidance counselor or a self-help book. No, son, finding purpose is like making a candle. Stay with me on this. I spent years thinking purpose would arrive like lightning, sudden, dramatic, obvious. I waited for that moment when the clouds would part and God Himself would point down at me and say, "There, that's your calling." But you know what happened instead? I kept waiting, and the emptiness just grew deeper. It wasn't until I was in my 40s, watching my neighbor make candles in his workshop, that I finally understood. You don't find purpose, you forge it, just like that candle maker. First, he'd gather his raw materials, wax from here, wicks from there, colors and scents collected over time. Nothing fancy by itself, you understand, just ordinary things that had been lying around, waiting. That's your life experiences, son. All those jobs you didn't love, those relationships that taught you hard lessons, those moments when you felt lost or broken, they're not waste. They're your raw wax. The candle maker would melt everything down in his old pot, stirring slowly, patiently. The heat had to be just right. Too little and nothing would blend. Too much and it would all burn up. That's what life does to us, isn't it? It applies heat, disappointment, failure, loss. But here's what I learned. That heat isn't punishment. It's what makes the mixing possible. You see, purpose isn't born in comfort. It's forged in the fires of daily choice, in the moments when you decide to keep going, even when you can't see the point. Every time you choose kindness over bitterness, service over selfishness, growth over stagnation, you're stirring that pot, son. You're becoming something new. But here's the part that really matters, the part that took me decades to understand, the wick. That candle maker would center it so carefully, making sure it was straight, making sure it went all the way through. Because without that wick, all you have is a pretty lump of wax. Useless, decorative maybe, but unable to give light. Your wick, that's your willingness to serve something bigger than yourself. Not fame, not fortune, not even happiness. Service, love, the quiet decision to make someone else's burden a little lighter. I've seen men chase purpose in boardrooms and corner offices, thinking meaning comes from being important. But I tell you the truth, meaning comes from being useful. The real revelation hit me when I was 55. I was volunteering at the food bank. Nothing glamorous, just sorting canned goods with arthritic hands. This young woman came in, tears in her eyes, 3 kids hanging on a coat. She whispered, "Thank you," when I handed her that box of groceries, and something in her voice. It lit something in me, not because I was a hero, but because I was a candle. finally burning for its true purpose. That's when I understood. Purpose isn't a destination. It's a daily decision to let your light shine, even when, especially when, the world feels dark. The candle maker would let his creation cool slowly, never rushing the process. Some took hours, some took days. But when they were ready, when he lit that wick for the first time, the whole room would change. Not because of the candle, but because of the light it gave. You're not empty, son. You're just cooling. All those experiences, all that heat, all those times you thought you were falling apart, you were becoming. The wick is already there, waiting. Your capacity to love, to serve, to make this world a little brighter, that's been there all along. Don't wait for purpose to find you. Take those weathered hands of yours and start shaping it. Choose service over success. Choose love over recognition. Choose to be useful over being important. The world needs your light, son. It always has. Stop waiting for permission to shine.